This time I'd like to call the Garden Grove Housing Authority meeting to order. Would the secretary please call the roll?
Commissioner Beckles? Present. Commissioner Broadwater?
Here.
Commissioner Jones?
Here.
Commissioner Wynn?
Here.
Commissioner O'Connor?
Here.
Vice Chair Dalton?
Here.
Chair Beard?
Here. Okay, at this time we're at oral communications related to the Housing Authority. Seeing none, next item is the consent items. Anyone wish to pull anything? I entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I second it.
Call for the vote.
Motion received 6 yes votes with Commissioner Beckles voting no.
Okay. No.
Voting yes. Motion received 7 yes votes. Keep
And-
guessing that.
Item number 3 is public hearings. None. Items for consideration. Seeing none. Matters from the chair, commissioners, or the director? None. Move for adjournment. So moved.
Stay out of trouble. Okay, at this time, I'd like to call the Garden Grove City Council meeting to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Councilmember Beard?
Here.
Councilmember Broadwater?
Here.
Councilmember Jones?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Wynn?
Here.
Mayor Dalton?
Here. Okay, we'll have the invocation by Kingsley Okereke, Finance Director, and a Pledge of Allegiance by Councilman Beard.
Okay, let's pray. Please prepare yourself according to your faith. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this Garden Grove Council meeting tonight. Guide us, give us pure hearts, the strength and commitment to make the best decisions for our Garden Grove community. Let your will be clear and let your will be done. Amen.
Face the flag, right hand over your heart. Repeat after me. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we had a closed session prior to the general meeting, and there was no reportable action taken. At this time, I'll go to oral communications for the council, the successor agency, and the sanitary district. Peter Katz.
Good evening, everyone. I just would like to make an announcement. I know everyone's got politics on their mind, but I'm pleased to announce tonight that the Vietnam War Museum of America Foundation will proudly present a free speaker series, part 1 of 3, featuring Frans Vandenbroek, a Vietnamese veteran, United States Army Distinguished Flying Cross and Purple Heart. This event will be Thursday, November 8th, after the election 2012, from 6 to 7 p.m. in the Courtyard Center at 12732 Main Street, Garden Grove. please reserve RSVP to the Office of Community Relations at 714-741-5280. Light refreshments are going to be served, and this event will be sponsored by USVSA. That's the Union of Vietnamese Students Association. It's a great event to raise awareness on the museum. Franz served as a helicopter crew chief and door gunner with the 68th Assault Helicopter Company during his tour in Vietnam. He flew numerous combat missions totaling 1,200 hours, but lost 4 helicopters and 2 pilots. Franz is one of very few enlisted men to wear the Distinguished Flying Cross. Franz will speak about the enduring bond between brothers in arms and share how, from a very early age, as an immigrant, his family instilled the duty to serve this country. And we do have soldiers still serving overseas, so this is a great event, and it's another step that the museum is moving forward. And I'm asking the community to come out and support us, and taking a great evening once the election has been put to bed. Thank you.
Thank you. Donna, McDonald.
I'm not Donna, I'll be Russell.
Okay,
This
Russ.
is my wife, Donna.
I could tell. That's okay.
Thank you, sir. We're here tonight to tell you a story. My son is autistic and attends a day program over in Anaheim. How he gets there is by public transportation, the bus. He's been doing that for some time. A year ago, last May, on a transfer point there on Magnolia and Chapman, he tripped over the sidewalk. And here's a picture. Here's a picture of the sidewalk. That was a year ago last May. Okay? It's still there today, by the way. Nobody's done nothing about it. This is the result. That's the result, okay? Now, I called the city, and I'm still waiting for a return call from them. That's lost in space. We've went online, we got a form and filed it. The city announced to us that they got the thing, and then a while later it come back with, well, it's not our fault. I don't know whose fault it is, but you know what? I get so tired of messing with staff, so we went ahead and took care of the doctoring and that. Okay, I told the health plan that he's got that you guys are responsible for it. I don't know if they ever followed up or not. Don't really care. Okay, at this point in time, what I need from you guys. Oh, by the way, I seen Mr. Beard at a meeting in June, Central Garden Grove meeting, okay? And I told him about it, and he says, well, get a hold of the staff, okay? Well, I thought I made it pretty clear to him that I tried that. But I expected Mr. Beers, being that Mr. Beers works for me, to go and follow up with this and take care of it. It never happened. It's still there. Now, if you folks need me to hobble out there with a pick and shovel, I'll go out there tomorrow and dig the doggone thing up. But it's a danger. We need something done about it. The heck with Harbor Boulevard. Let's take care of some of the other stuff first, okay? I appreciate your time. Thank you.
I'll have someone get back to you within a week.
Thank you.
Josh McIntosh.
Good evening, staff, mayor, people of Garden Grove. It's nice to see we have a few more people here tonight. It's nice to see that. Okay, Josh McIntosh, fourth generation Garden Grove resident, small business owner, homeowner, constantly frustrated, pain in your side. Okay, before I go on my normal rant, I want to advise you guys tonight that we have a couple fun things coming up this weekend in Garden Grove. We've got the Civil War reenactment going on at the Historic Society, where the Bearden sharpshooters will be there to reenact Civil War battles. The event is free. It runs all weekend. I'd like to see some of you down there. Also this weekend we have the Arab American Festival happening at the Village Green. Come on out if you've never attended that. It's a fun event, also free to get in. Lots of carnival rides and interesting foods there. Okay, down to business. Congratulations on the redevelopment for your 3 projects that were approved. You guys fought a hard fight for Harbor Boulevard, and your projects have gone through, as well as the Brookers Triangle. I'd sure love to see that kind of fighting when it comes down to potholes in the streets and whatnot, like Russ there was talking about. I know what he's talking about. I've been trying to get a red curb painted, or curb that needs to be painted red for over a year now, and that's not working. So please, please, please remember there's more to the city than Harbor Boulevard. Okay, now we have room for improvement here on this in our city. I'd like to introduce CBAs to our city. A CBA is a community benefit agreement that is made between developers and groups of citizens so that we can actually have a say in the projects that you guys like to select. You know, we come up here week after week and kick and scream about what we don't like, and we're ignored. But I think if we could implement bringing in community benefit agreements, that we might get something done, and you might have some backing of the people behind some of your pet projects. Okay, that's it. CBAs, please look them up. Google it. Go to Wikipedia. Please research them. I think there's something important that our city could use. And now, last week I went to the Planning Commission meeting, and we were talking about some terrible new developments that are going to be possibly coming to the city, namely a 25-unit Brandywine home community to be built where one home stood before on Dale. One Garden Grove home to become 25 homes. That is everything that is wrong with new development in this city, and unfortunately it seems to be the standard. Well, I'm very much against it. And at that meeting, I asked Mr. Barisic to please be honest, and I'm going to now ask Mr. Steve Jones. Mr. Jones, would you please advise...
Do you remember what the protocol is? You addressed me. Okay, you
Certainly.
don't address individual council members, you address me.
Certainly. Mr. Dalton, for the benefit of the people of Garden Grove, we would like to know what is the relationship with our councilman and the Brandywine Homes Development Company. We've noticed there's been recusing from votes, and that would seem to offer the idea that he is in some way in business with them. I'd like to know, as with the people of Garden Grove, what is the relationship? Are we voting on behalf of our personal profits or for the good of the citizens? I've been ignored most of the time when I come up here. I'd very much like a response this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Rod Powell.
Hi, my name is Rod. I guess I can lower this. My name is Rod Powell, and I am a citizen of Garden Grove, resident of Garden Grove, however you want to put it, whatever the protocol is. I don't know why you're so afraid that somebody would actually talk to one of the other council members. Is it a control issue? You know, I mean, are you that much determined to control everything in the city of Garden Grove? You know, for 3 more months? I think that's what it is. Am I wrong? Is Mr. Jones incapable of having someone address him directly? You know, when I first moved to my house, Brandywine was a big issue with this council back in 2002. And I don't care one way or the other personally about the houses at the end of my street. But when I hear several years later that Robin Marcario, no way she's getting appointed to this because Dalton won't ever pick her. That's what you told me, right, Bruce? He won't ever pick her because he just doesn't like her. And Steve Jones is still PO'd about something to do with Brandywine in 2002. And I thought, and here I'm listening to this, it just reminded me how ludicrous that is. And the others wouldn't stand up. You do remember the night that Chris Beard gets appointed to this seat, that Robin's name was called. She was supposed to at least be considered. At least you could have put it on record that you were going to vote for her to make it onto the appointment or not. But no, it was really important. I think it was you, Mr. Dalton, that made sure that she didn't even get to be considered, and Chris went one ahead of her. And voila, there he is on the seat. In other words, that's the way politics is in this city. I'm not here, you know, as though I'm going to change any of your guys' minds. That would be ridiculous for me to think that that was possible. But the citizens that watch this on TV ought to know that it's what we do in this city, putting someone on a you know, grooming them by putting them in a what do you call those, commission appointment, so that then when opportunity presents itself, as it has 2 or 3 times at least with the city of Garden Grove, where you can appoint someone to the council seat. The citizens of, like me, we didn't vote in 2 of the members on this council initially. I admit Steve Jones did get the election, but he's got a tremendous unfair advantage the next time when he runs, as will Mr. Beard, though I don't think it will do you the ultimate good. I think you're not going to be on the council after this. I don't think you can make it back into that seat. That's my opinion. But you have a great advantage. I notice your signs say council member. Your signs all over say council member Chris Beard. You know, it doesn't say appointed to the council by questionable means with stronger candidates that really should have been appointed. It doesn't say that. So I just don't like the way politics are. I don't like the fact that Janet Wynn put Andrew Doe in the same seat you're sitting in, Mr. Beard, through Mr. Dalton, for protocol. I don't like the fact that Janet Wynn put $10,000 that I know of in one shot, and who knows how much other through her friends. And do you really believe that Janet Wynn didn't know where Andrew Doe really lived? You really believe that Janet Wynn didn't know that Andrew Doe lives in Santa Ana? She's known him for how many years? She knows where he lives. She knows he did not live in Garden Grove. She knew what had to be done. He had to get an official residence in Garden Grove. And, you know, so I hope that the citizens one day will say enough is enough. We'd like to have the 5 people on this council be voted in, not appointed. There should be some better way that we're doing, some more efficient manner of filling a seat when it becomes vacant. And it's a shame that people like Andrew Doe, who went through so much effort to get in that seat, leaves in disgrace, although it was apropos. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I'll close oral communications, go to written communications, 5A.
Mr. Mayor, I have a request from the...
Go ahead, let me get this one out of the way.
Okay.
I know you may want to comment.
I do.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, 5A.
5A is a request from the Vietnamese Interfaith Council to host a candidate forum at the Courtyard Center on Saturday, October 6th, from 1 to 5 p.m.
I'll entertain a motion.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, a motion, a second, call for the vote.
Motion received, 5 yes votes.
And 5B?
5B is a request from the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce to also host a candidate forum here at the Community Meeting Center on October 10th from 6 to 9:30
I
p.m.
move approval.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote.
Motion received, 5 yes votes.
Okay, now,
I'm sorry.
excuse me?
I have something to say, and I just put my card in. I'm sorry. But it's in reference to,
Okay, but next, okay, I'll give you this. I'm not going to let anybody else because it starts, I'll give you this, but you know the rules. That's okay. All right, go ahead. And then we'll do comments after that, Bruce.
Okay.
I'm Toby Rubin of Garden Grove, and I think, as all of you know, I have a candidates forum scheduled for October 6th that we requested about a month ago. So I don't know how this is going to affect what we plan on doing. I know you just approved them having the courtyard. So is there anything that you can suggest? Should I call them?
I've checked the hours on that. I don't see why somebody can't go to both.
Okay.
I will definitely be at both.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my plan is to be at both one way or another. I'm
Okay.
hoping there's some give.
I
and-
I
Thank
talked
you,
to them
Steve.
personally, and the hours that they have will not interfere with yours.
They're from 1 to 5,
Right,
I
1 to
believe?
5, but they have 1 o'clock federal people, and then 2 o'clock state people, and then 3 o'clock. They have different city, not just the city of Garden Grove. So if our Garden Grove Council member goes to your event first, they can still make it to the second half.
Okay.
Okay, it covers everybody. We
Thank
did check
you.
with your event, and we didn't see a conflict. That's why I suggested to continue with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Do I have time to mention one more thing? I just wanted to say one thing. I am totally against what Mr. Powell has been saying up here. I'm embarrassed. As an over 40-year resident of the city, I think everything that all of you have done has been above board. I mean, you can laugh, Rod. It's okay. I don't mind. But I think that everything you have done has been fine. I'm wholeheartedly for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Broadwater, do you want to comment?
Yeah, I really do. It's a very important comment. I'd like to recognize the scouts back there. Would you guys stand up? Part of their merit badge qualifications makes them come to these meetings, and we like seeing them here. Thank you guys for coming.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, may I make a comment?
Go ahead.
Just real quick. Related to the Boy Scouts, I know they're here probably for their citizenship in the community merit badge, most likely. And as a part of that, they have to look at issues coming before City Council. I think one thing I'd like to point out is the conduct of meetings. And we had an example here tonight. And that is, we follow basically the Robert's Rules of Order, where we recognize speakers, in turn, they go through the chair. There's no direct dialogue or debate or discussion, so it adds civility to a public meeting. So I want to make you clear on that. That's why we address items to the mayor, and we don't have direct contact back and forth. We take testimony from the public, and that creates an order and a sense of civility in a public meeting so we can properly conduct business, public business for that purpose. So if you see agitated, passionate citizens coming before here and engaging in personal discussions, we focus it on the chair for that reason, to conduct an orderly meeting. I just wanted to make that as an example. And I think our mayor does an excellent job of running our meetings for that purpose.
Thank you.
so
Okay,
much.
Ms. Nguyen, did you make a comment?
Yeah, I just have a question for Josh. The intersection for the red curb, if you could give that to staff, and then we'll follow up with that.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Park and Acacia, by the way, or Grove and Acacia.
Grove and Acacia. Okay.
Okay, at this time, I'll recess the council meeting. We'll go to the successor agency business.
Madam Clerk, will you call roll?
Member Broadwater?
Here.
Member Dalton?
Here.
Member Wynn?
Here.
Vice Chair Beard?
Here.
Chair Jones?
Here. Okay, we already did oral communications concurrent with City Council. We had a closed session item tonight, but with no reportable action. consent items, 2 items, basically just the minutes and the warrants.
I'll move the action.
Second.
Call to vote?
Motion received, 5 yes votes.
No public hearings, no items, any matters?
No.
And we're adjourned.
Okay, at this time, I'll call to order the Garden Grove Sanitary District regular meeting. Would you please call roll? Oh, I'm sorry, excuse, well, I'll do that. I'm sorry, then President Broadwater will take over.
Member Dalton?
Here.
Member Jones?
Here.
Member Wynn?
Here.
Vice President Beard?
Here.
President Broadwater?
Here. Okay, we've had oral communications, consent items, we only have one. Anybody like to make a motion to pass the minutes?
Move to approve.
Second.
Call for the vote.
Motion received, 5 yes votes.
We have no public hearings, no items for consideration. How about matters from board members? Hearing none, we will adjourn to the regular meeting, be held on October the 23rd at 6:30 p.m.
Okay, I'll reconvene the council meeting and go to 6 consent items.
Mr. Mayor, it's recommended that items 6A through 6H be acted on simultaneously unless a separate discussion is requested by a council member.
Move to approve.
I have a motion
Second.
and a second. Call for the vote.
Councilmember Wynn?
Oh, I didn't.
Motion received, 5 yes votes.
Okay, 10A.
10A is ordinance number 2820 for second reading, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Garden Grove adopting a negative declaration and approving amendment number A16812, changing the zoning designation of the subject property located at 12332 Brooker Street and identified as assessor's parcel number 89362-01 and 02 from C1 Neighborhood Commercial to C2 Community Commercial.
I have a conflict. I'm recusing myself from the voting. I represent a legal client who is in a property within 500 feet of this property.
Okay.
Move approval of the second reading.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. Call for the vote.
Motion received, 3 yes votes, with Mayor Dalton voting no.
Okay, matters, Mr. Broadwater?
Well, it's time of year again. The Arab Festival is coming this week, and I hope everybody go over there. Actually, there's really a different variety of food at the Arab Festival, so you might be and take a look at it and see how you like it. Other than that, just wish the next 42 days would be over with.
Ms. Nguyen?
Yes. Just to remind everyone, there's a Moon Festival going on in our city, and it's the second annual one. It will be on the 30th of September at I think they start from 9 p.m. I'm sorry, getting my days and night wrong. At 9 a.m. to around 9 or 10 p.m., they'll have carnival rides and a lot of entertainment, and they'll have a lot of food booths. And they're going to be giving the lantern and moon cake for all the children who comes to the park, and it's at Village Green. That's the same place where we have our Christmas tree lighting. It's going to be a lot of fun for the kids. So bring them out. The event is free and no admissions. Oh, in Garden Grove, we have a lot of new businesses, especially food on Harbor Boulevard. So go and enjoy yourself, and remember to shop in Garden Grove, support our businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Just 2 things. One, just to address Josh's comment, all I really want to say is I've never, ever voted on anything that I have any kind of interest in, so I have a clear mind. Second of all, this week we had a cool event in town. It was a local innovations committee meeting, so we actually had city managers, mayors, council people from cities all over Orange County come to our community meeting center. We offered up that space. Chris Beard was there as well. And we got to see a lot of really cool innovative things that local government is doing. So in a world where you hear a bunch of negative news about stuff, and especially higher up on the state level, and just sort of mismanagement of funds and this and that, it was cool to see an award ceremony where local agencies were coming together to highlight different things. And in fact, there were a lot of cool ideas that we should probably implement right here in Garden Grove. So it was fun to host that here in Garden Grove.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a
Sure.
worthwhile meeting. I wanted to make a comment on an earlier speaker, and unfortunately he left, Mr. I think McDonald. I attended a meeting in June in a community group, a neighborhood group, and I had given him my information, and in return I never received anything back. I apologize. I had no way of contacting him, but typically, usually, and the staff will verify this, that I respond back to any kind of issue or constituent request. I believe in connecting people with resources, city resources, especially when it comes to trip hazards and potential trip hazards. He showed a photograph, and it was evident that there had been some work done on that concrete. I just want to make a point of that. It was grounded down. So we have tree issues, we have sidewalk issues within the city, but generally, if a citizen any citizen has come up to me and I can help them, it would be of assistance. I know all the other council people and the mayor as well do this. We turn in those requests to staff to follow up. Happy to follow up, and if it's a legitimate hazard or safety risk, we definitely follow up. So I apologize to him. I'm sorry his son had that trip, but on the same token, I want to make it clear that we follow up on any kind of issue or request like this for service that's necessary. But with that, I just want to comment on Steve's about the Association of California Cities. Very worthwhile event. I think that's a growing organization. I'm glad we're a part of it, and Councilmember Jones has really taken the lead and does well in representing our city, and it has a lot of good ideas, a lot of networking, so I'm glad to see he's a part of that, and it's a worthwhile group, and I think it's here to stay, and we can learn a lot from it, so I commend you for all your work on that association. With that, I want to wish everyone a good night.
With elections coming up, there undoubtedly will be future meetings between now and then that some comments are made, some are justified, some are not, some are politically motivated, and some are not. But I give everybody 5 minutes up there, and usually if they go a little over, I give them a little more time. But it's, again, as was explained, and I was going to do it, however, I think Chris did a very good job of it, is there's a protocol to handle these things. Otherwise, you get in dialogue, shouting matches, and you avoid those. Anybody can say out here that anything that I've told them, just the last council meeting, we had a couple of people that brought up some issues. They've been contacted. The city's working on them. So we do respond to complaints. We do respond to situations that are unsafe. We do respond and try to handle as many neighborhood kind of disputes, and sometimes those are very difficult for us to do, but sometimes we can get involved in and better them. But I think that you have to keep in mind what the part of the season is, and I assure you by the next meeting that someone will have contacted Mr. McDonald, and we'll look into that and we'll see where it stands and let him know. At this time, I'd like to adjourn the meeting until the next regularly scheduled meeting of the City Council, Tuesday, October 9th, 2012, at 5:30 p.m. at the chamber here. Thank you.